Welcome back to another episode, GW. I'm David Vargas, and this is GWeek from home. With over 7.2 million doses already administered, all 50 states have decided to stop distributing the single-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Government officials reported that 6 individuals have developed blood clots after taking the J&J vaccine. Doctors have not yet announced how the clots are directly related to J&J or how many more individuals are expected to get clots, if at all. There is no set time frame when the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be administered again. To find more information, visit the CDC's website. Sidewalks in Georgetown are quite literally expanding. In an effort to continue outdoor dining, restaurants are now able to install sidewalk decks in front of their establishments. Officials say that the decks would expand the sidewalks from 10 feet to 15 feet and would allow for better ADA accessibility. The Business Improvement District plans to start this month and finish by mid-May. The overall project is expected to cost roughly $1.3 million. After nearly 20 years of battling in Afghanistan, President Biden announced that plans to bring all troops home are underway. Biden said, quote, "I am now the 4th United States president to preside over an American troop presence in Afghanistan. 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats. I will not pass this responsibility on to the 5th, end quote. The war, which started under the George W. Bush administration, has cost the lives of nearly 2,300 American troops and injured thousands more. Biden has not yet announced an official plan. However, he is very adamant on getting troops home by the 20th anniversary of September 11th. There has been a recent spike in COVID-19 cases from the new variants of both India and Brazil. This has caused both countries to reevaluate their current plans to stop the spread. Reporter Anneleise Forlenza has the story. Anneleise.
India has surpassed Brazil in COVID-19 cases, placing them as the second most infected country behind the United States. This comes amid reports from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention that cases of the new B.1.1.7 variant are increasing globally. India claims that their increase in COVID-19 cases within their country will not affect their vaccine plan. In the last month, India's cases have grown exponentially, averaging around 150,000 cases per week. Some countries have begun to implement travel bans. With a population of almost 1.4 billion, India stands as one of the most populated countries. Overpopulation plagues the country and could cause issues of exponential spreading of the virus. India's increase in COVID-19 cases could create difficulties in slowing the spread of the global pandemic. Despite being pushed to the 3rd most infected country, Brazil has continued to account for 13,482,023 cases and 353,137 deaths, according to the World Health Organization. BBC News reports that last week, for the first time, Brazil had over 4,000 deaths within a 24-hour time span. Countries have begun placing travel bans on Brazil. Meanwhile, the Brazilian government has yet to place travel restrictions on their own country. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, there are currently 5 variants of the COVID-19 virus. These have been reported to spread quicker than the original strain and therefore endanger any progress on stopping the spread of the virus. The variants may have more severe symptoms for the affected. However, experts are currently researching the ability of the new COVID-19 vaccines to create immunity for the variants in addition to the original strain. Much remains unknown regarding the future of rising cases in India and Brazil amid the new variants of COVID-19. Experts are advising the public to continue taking safety precautions by wearing masks, social distancing, and limiting all travel. Reporting for GWeek, I'm Anneleise Forlenza.
The Federal Bureau of Prisons announced last week that Bernie Maddoff, the mastermind behind the world's largest Ponzi scheme, has died. When arrested back in 2008, officials reported that the scheme reached upwards of $65 billion, most of it fake money. Maddoff, who was a former chairman of NASDAQ, promised his investors that the returns on their investments would reach into the billion-dollar range. He was so good at convincing that actor Steven Spielberg, New York Mets owner Fred Wilpon, and L'Oreal heiress Lillian Bettencourt all invested large sums of money into his investments. While some investors were able to recuperate some of their investments, many were left completely broke as they invested their whole life savings. That's all we have for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to check us out on our social medias and website at gw-tv.com or on Instagram at GWeek News. Have a great day.